For our lesson in Divine Feminine Power today, we are going to be learning about the goddess Lilith and her associations. There are 3 versions of this course available to you, and you can pick whichever one works best for you. If you just want a general overview of who this goddess is and what her powers are, then the free version on my YouTube will serve you well. If you'd like a deeper dive, though, want to find out more of her associations, some rituals and practices that you can do with her, ways of healing and working with her, then you're going to want to check out the Violet Flame membership of my Patreon. It also includes power affirmations and coaching every single day. And then there's also the downloadable version where you actually get 2, a video copy and an audio copy that you can keep on your device for easy reference whenever you want. You'll find that on shon.vibes and in my Etsy shop, and the links for both of those are below. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're going to find out her keyword. We are going to learn about the symbols associated with her. We're going to get an affirmation that was created for us by the deck creator whose guidebook we'll be using today. Her name is Affirmations. You probably have heard of her. She's very active on social media and has created several decks. I use some of them in the personal readings that I do for people, as well as on my social media readings. The one that we'll be using today is called the Modern Goddess Oracle. In addition to the keyword and the symbols associated with Lilith, we're going to get some more details about her as a goddess, where she originated, where the legends about her originated, what she is known for, what her specific powers are, and how we also can access those strengths to be powerful in our own lives. So with no further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started? So as I mentioned a second ago, this guidebook is from the Modern Goddess Oracle by Affirmations. Effany is fun. I like her a lot because, similar to me, she is very irreverent. She knows that what we do can be considered by some to be spiritual work. You know, for some it is their spiritual practice. Yet at the same time, she doesn't throw like a lot of religiosity or humdrumness morality on it, right? She's very real, very earthy. I wouldn't be surprised to find out she's got earth in her chart. She uses cuss words like I do, right? I can't believe I even just said cuss words. That's me being sanitized. I'm sanitizing myself for the sake of this content because they're not cuss words. That's, what even is that? Curse words. She curses. The bitch curses. The hoe is like me. Anyway, and she's a very straight shooter. If I'm not mistaken, she considers herself, in terms of tarot archetypes, she thinks of herself as having Queen of Swords energy. In fact, I think she even refers to herself as the Queen of Swords. And so I bring that up so that you can have a sense of who the person is that created this guidebook that we're going to be using today. And you're going to feel it in her words, the words she uses in her writing about Lilith here. Okay, so from the beginning, first of all, I absolutely love this modern take on Lilith with this beautiful, beautiful black dress with a slit going all the way up to her hip. I love it. Lilith is like, I'm here, notice me. And her keyword is freedom. I'm an Aquarius. Freedom is my favorite thing. How do you feel about freedom? Do you feel like you need more freedom in your life? Yeah. Her keyword is freedom. Her symbols are the apple, the owl, snakes. That's interesting. Particularly since Lilith is known as Adam's first wife in the creation story from the Judeo-Christian Bible. And it was supposedly a snake that tempted Eve. So that's very interesting. Her affirmation, or the affirmation that Effany created for us for this, and she shares with us in this deck, is I am free to be me. Lilith is one of those goddesses that lives on my altar. She is one. In fact, this whole series is starting off with several of the goddesses that I connect with on a regular basis, and Lilith is one of them for many reasons. If you've been following my content for a long time, you know how I feel about personal power and self-acceptance. So it should not be a surprise to you that Lilith is one of my mother goddesses or patron goddesses. I don't know how to, I don't tend to categorize them in my life, but anyway. So here it says, meet the goddess. Lilith is the Jewish maiden goddess of the night, sensuality, sex, freedom, and terror. She is a wind spirit and is also said to be the first woman before Eve. Depictions of her range from being extremely attractive and alluring to looking like a half-snake demon. She is a dangerously beautiful goddess who refused to be subordinate to a man, feeling she was created equal. Being a goddess who knows her power and wants her own sovereignty has caused her to be demonized throughout the ages. Lilith's magic assists all who yearn to be free in their own lives. Y'all. I mean, right? All the things. I wonder if I should have an image of Lilith as part of the symbology of my various platforms because of that line alone. Lilith's magic assists all who yearn to be free in their own lives. Because I would venture to say that is the very definition of, essence of, embodiment of power. Freedom in your own life. Okay, so that is what I have here for those of you who are watching on YouTube. I am curious in the comments. Let me know if you have been associated with Lilith before. Let me know how these insights around this goddess align for you. And if you feel like she's one that you're going to want to tap into more in the future. How do these truths about Lilith stack up with your life, whether who you are now today or who you would like to be? If you would like to find out the divination meaning and how to work with her, the shadow meaning and how to heal with her, join me over on Patreon at the Violet Flame tier. And let's go deeper in our study of Lilith. All right, guys, this is what I have for you today. I will see you in the next one.